Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. So first off, today's video is going to be a bit different from before. My previous video is about passion about photography. So this video, I'm going to talk about how to edit. I'm going to demonstrate how to edit a few pictures. I've selected a few pictures from my gallery, such as structure, portraiture and nature. So let's start. So if you have a phone, you can use a phone. If you have a laptop, you can use a laptop. The app we'll be using today is Lightroom. We're just going to use Lightroom only. We're not going to use Vesco. We're going to make it much more easier than before. And I'm going to open my Lightroom app on my phone. So let's start. You open your phone and you go to the Lightroom app. So I have I have selected a few different pictures. So I have selected a few pictures here. You can see portraiture, random and scenery, and scene and structure. You can ignore the shoot. The shoot is just a random profile. So I'm gonna start with editing with portraiture pictures. You can see there's a few kinds of portraiture. There's playing with shadow, playing with scenery, playing with some props inside the picture, or you can use your hands as a distraction in the picture. And there's a lot more into it. And I'm gonna start with the simplest picture around here. I'm gonna start with let's just choose randomly this one. Okay, so this is a picture of my friend. His name is Ben. Okay, first off, you gotta set with the composition. You got the setting with the composition. If you want to post it on Instagram, I recommend you use 4x5. It's much more easier because it's the same. It's the exact same size for the Instagram post, and you have to crop it and you have to adjust it at the center of the picture. Sorry. So for example, this is quite a silhouette of a picture. I'm gonna put his head in the center of the picture, and after that I'll crop it, and then I'll adjust with the lighting. So example, you don't want it to be overexposed and underexposed. So you can setting the exposure not too much and not too less. For example, I'm gonna go with a little bit more than this. And the next one, do not play with the contrast. The contrast will actually destroy your pictures. So you can adjust with the highlight. You can see on the background here, the behind the building over there, behind KLCC, you can see the lighting is changing. So I'm gonna go with the lowest of the highlights, and I'm gonna set a bit lower to the shadows, so it'll make a bit more scenery in the picture. Next one, I'm gonna go with the whites. So I don't think I'm gonna edit much with the whites or the blacks. And after done all of that, you can actually setting in the curves here, but I'm not gonna use the curves. I'm gonna just do a simple editing for you guys. And then we're gonna setting the color. For example, here we can see the background hue is for changing the colors. You can see if you change the hue, you can change it like you can turn it into purple or into green. So yeah.
Okay. Lepas tu kau tunjuk scene sikit je.
Lepas tu kau terus fokus kat muka aku.
Okay.
Okay. Ni panjang shoot record ni, super panjang.
Tu boleh ni.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry for the weird cut. Okay, so let's continue with here. So I'm not gonna do much to the hue actually. I'm just gonna put it a little bit over here, over the edge. I'm gonna saturate the picture a bit so we can see the blue a bit more bright over there. Luminance is actually making you can actually see the pixelated parts over here. I don't recommend you use luminance that much, but if you want to go make it more brighter, you can make it more brighter. And I don't think you do actually have to adjust much here, but my recommendation, instead of using contrast, you can just use saturation but not over saturated. If you I don't think you're gonna like an oversaturated picture. It's gonna make your skin look like shrimp's skin, you know, and it's quite weird. So moving on, after all that's just the basic editing over here, and I'm gonna make it a bit more warmth into the picture. And some of you guys might like this kind of editing. There are lots of ways to edit the picture. I have a few presets in my phone. I downloaded from YouTube. I made some of my own, and I'm not going to use the presets here, but I can show you guys later. And next, after editing the light and the color of the picture, I recommend you setting the effects a bit. For example, you can texturize your picture, make it look a bit more sharp, or you can just make it look a little bit more dreamy. For example, I'm not gonna make it too sharp, and I'm not gonna make it too blurry, so I'm just gonna put the texture around 10%, clarity around 7%, and the haze plays a quite a big role here. If you dehaze too much of the picture, it's gonna make your picture look like shit. It's gonna make your picture look like very, very dull, and if you undehaze it, it's gonna make it look quite foggy. So I'm just gonna put it around 9. That should be enough. And split toning, some of you guys actually enjoy using split toning, but I'm just gonna put some basic editing for the split toning over here. Dude, nanti masuk video bodoh. Over diam, over. So what was it saying over there? Okay, so split toning, you can see in the background over here, the split toning, you can actually put for example, I'm just gonna put a little bit of blue behind there and a little bit of yellow in front of here, and you can actually balance the picture. For example, I'm gonna make it a little bit more yellow in the front over here, so it makes my friend over here look a little bit more focused in the picture. So I guess that's the basic editing for portraiture. Okay, next off, I'm gonna share the photo into my library, but never mind, I can do it later. Next one, I'm gonna choose random and scenery. For example, random and scenery, I can usually take random pictures of anything. For example, you can see here it's just plain leaves, the sky. This is a lamp I saw in IKEA. This is just bunch of Legos, a lamp, a scenery. You can shoot up into the sky, and this is a shot I took at Gambang. So there are lots of ways of shooting random and scenery. So I'm just gonna pick this picture out of randomly. I'm gonna choose this scenery right here. I'm gonna unedit it, all of it. So as I said before in the previous editing, crop it to Instagram size, setting the lighting, not too dark and not too bright. It actually depends on you, but the main thing about editing, do not use contrast in your pictures. It will make it look very, very weird. Saturation, yes. Contrast, no. Totally out of the part. So I'm gonna put some exposure into my video, into my picture here. I'm gonna setting the highlights a bit darker here, and shadows, I'm gonna make it a bit more dark. Whites not too bright and not too dark as well, and the blacks, you can see in the picture here, the black parts actually plays a role in the shadows over here. And the next one is the color. The color is the basic. I'm gonna put some warmth into the picture. I'm gonna put some purple, so it will make the view behind there a bit more sunsetty. I don't even think that's a word. So here I recommend you bring up some of the saturation here to 25%, and as you can see, it plays quite a big role here. You can see the greens are starting to glow up, the blues are starting to look a bit more crispy over there, and I think that's about it. And effects, I don't think you actually have to. I mean, you could if you want, but let's just do the simplest part. You don't actually have to dehaze that much. Split toning, I don't think you actually have to do split toning over here, but let's just put some. Okay, some pictures you can put basics from my perspective of editing. So I'm just gonna choose another picture randomly again. I'm gonna choose this picture. Okay, so let's reset all of it. Okay, this is the original picture. I'm not gonna adjust the crop because I already cropped it already. And the next one, I'm gonna adjust the lighting, the color. For example, I'm gonna make this picture a little bit more moody. So I'm gonna make it look a little bit more darker here. No contrast again, no contrast. Highlights, yes. You can put some highlights into the picture. Shadow, so you can see what's inside the picture. I mean, the escalator over there is quite dark, so I'm just gonna put the shadows into 100%. Whites, I don't think it's not gonna change that much, and blacks, I'm not gonna put it too much. I'm gonna put it around -45. And colors, I'm gonna, as I said before, I'm gonna make this picture a bit more moody. So I'm gonna play around with just basics. I'm gonna bring out some blue in the picture, some green, and the effects I'm gonna dehaze the whole picture a bit, so you can see it's gonna be quite dark. And the texture, I'm gonna texturize the picture and clarify it. And the split toning, I'm gonna make it look a bit more into green and blue, so you can see it's gonna look quite urbany and Japanesey. It's a way you can check it out on Instagram. So you can see here it looks quite moody here. Yeah, also vignette here, you can actually use it if you want, but I don't actually recommend it. But if you want to use it, remember to setting the midpoint so it doesn't look too obvious in the picture, and the featherness so it doesn't look quite overly in the picture. Or you can just put it not too dark and not too bright. You can actually setting it. Also, Lightroom mobile, that's actually, you have to pay for the full access of editing. I mean, I can't access a few editing here, such as selective and healing, because you gotta pay like around 100 ringgit for a year, and I don't have that much of money. So yeah, I think this is just the basic editing for today. 3 pictures in 1 video. So yeah, I guess that's it, and thank you for watching. Okay, so this is post editing. I'm just gonna say there's not much of a voiceover over here, but yeah, that's the basics of editing. And I'm really sorry for not making this video quite better than I should have done. But I hope you enjoyed it, and do your best and learn your best, and hope to see you guys soon in the next video.